Hello everyone, my name is Yuri Galimidi and I'm excited to invite you into my second leadership post. This will also be a two-part post on the topic of embracing diversity. In the first part, I will share with you my own experiences with diversity. And in the second part, we will discuss the value of diversity and how we can develop an organizational mindset that embraces diversity and makes the best out of it for the organization and its members. My first story happened at our home in South Africa some 25 years ago. It was late afternoon. I was at home doing some work. My wife was also at home, and my daughter was in her room studying for exam with a friend of hers from school. And then we heard a knock on the door, and my wife rushed to open the door, and in front of her was standing a tall, dignified black woman. My wife looked at the woman and without even thinking, she said, "Oh, no, 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 we are not looking for any cleaning lady. Good night." And as my wife turned to close the door, the woman said, "No, I am not a cleaning lady. I am Wanda's mother." "Oh my God," said my wife, "I am so embarrassed. I'm so sorry. Please come inside. Let's have a cup of tea." And indeed, the lady came inside. And as it turned out, Wanda was one of the only black kids in my daughter's high school. And my daughter befriended Wanda, and they started studying together for exams. Wanda's mother was an educated social worker with a master's degree, and they were a middle class black people living not too far from us. But over the years, with our experiences of so many black ladies knocking at our door asking for cleaning work or nanny work and so on, we developed this profile, this bias in our minds, this automatic thought that any black lady knocking at our door must be a cleaning lady or a nanny looking for work. This experience taught us how strong and non-conscious our biases are. The second story happened at the Philadelphia airport years later. At the time, I was working in Philadelphia as a project director, and I used to fly into Philadelphia every Sunday afternoon and fly back home to Toronto every Friday evening. That particular Friday evening, there was a major storm in the area and all the flights got delayed. And in my frustration, looking for a way to drown my sorrows, I headed to the nearest bar in the airport. But naturally, all the bars were full to capacity. At the end, I was able to find the last seat available in one of the bars. The seat was right at the end of the bar, and next to this empty seat was seated a guy with lots of tattoos and nose rings and such, similar to the guy on this picture here. And I was for a moment a little hesitant and uncomfortable to take my seat next to this guy with the tattoos. But after a couple of seconds, my thirst for my glass of beer overcame my hesitation, and I went ahead and took my seat next to the guy. And after a couple of minutes of sitting in silence, sipping our beers, we started a conversation. And as it turned out, unexpectedly, this person was a highly skilled IT professional on his way to some conference in Amsterdam. And he started telling me about his work and teaching me all kinds of new developments in the area of software that he was working on. And the conversation was really fascinating to me, and we went on speaking for a good couple of hours until our flights were ready to board. And so here again I was influenced by these deep biases, and I've learned again my lesson that those subconscious biases often drive us to respond and react in certain ways that turn out to be completely inappropriate. In part 2 of this post, I will discuss the value of diversity and how to develop an organizational mindset that embraces diversity and makes the best out of it for us personally and for our organizations.